Alright, I'll leave you alone. Hi everybody. I'll be right one second. We're gonna get started on, I haven't decided yet if we're gonna work on more of the box lid or if we're gonna get started on something else, but I just need to grab a couple things. As per usual, I am behind in getting ready to be here, so bear with me 1 minute. What is it that I'm actually even trying to do, Audrey? I don't know. I don't even know. All right, how's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. We will get painting here in a minute. I just need a few more minutes to finish getting set up. I gotta shut the blinds so that we can actually see properly. You can turn on proper lights. Bear with me 1 moment. Yeah. Hello everybody. I can't see the screen. I'll be with you in a minute. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming to hang out. Hi, Anne. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. How are you? How are you doing? Hi, Cindy. All right, here we go. Getting lights up. Trying to get this plugged in. Things are a little chaotic this morning. Yeah, I'm excited for it too. I think we'll keep working on this one today. I don't think I have the mental ability to start something new today. So sometimes we just gotta know how many spoons we have, right? And today I do not have many. So we are going to optimize our spoonage and keep going with a project that's already got some momentum. So I'm going to find that image on my iPad here again. I just need to clean this off a little. It's getting a little out of control. How's everybody's start to the day been? Most beautiful flowers ever. What? Hi, Jan. Painted for 6 hours today. Nice. Oh, that's amazing, Anne. Good for you. Hi, Sarah. What flowers are you talking about, Jan? I want to see pretty flowers, too. I have flowers here, but they're about 5 minutes away from death. They're on their way out quickly. Very, very quickly. All right. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming to hang out. I'm gonna grab just a little bit of sandpaper because I've got some not so smooth wood there because of all of the corrections. Oh, fuck off. That's the day I'm having. That's the mood I'm in, I should say, I guess. It's just everything can just fuck off. You guys have those days? I feel like I've had a lot of those days lately and I'm really over it. So, time to do something about it. And I don't know what that is, but I'll figure it out. Alright, so I gotta sand this and then I gotta put a little bit of gesso back over it, but I'm not gonna put a ton. Just enough. Because this is really, really rough here. These were so rough, I needed to sand them, but now I feel like I'm undoing everything that I've done up until this point. That one's bad. That one's bad. So when you're fixing quote-unquote mistakes, right, try to keep in mind that as the paint dries, whatever you're painting over is going to be a layer that you have to contend with after, and however thick you are painting your base coat back over, then that is, you want to be careful that you're not putting it on too thick, is what I'm trying to say. Because otherwise you will create new bumps somewhere. Hi Sue, I'm doing good. How are you? Came in just in time. Perfect timing, Bailey. Trying, Ann. Trying to let it go. Oh. I didn't piece that together, Marissa. That's always possible. All the time. You guys do too? Yeah, often, Sarah. Yeah. Yeah. Where do I buy the colors in the base? Dollar stores, craft stores, wherever I can find them. Usually slam the kitchen cabinets. Yeah, I'm sorry, Sue. I hope with spending some time here together helps you feel a little bit lighter. I wish I could tell you that I was going to be a good resource for you today. However, I don't think I will be. But because I'm trying to kind of pull myself out of some of that stuff too. But just being here together, hopefully, will make a difference, right? What are you struggling with today, Sue? Is there anything you want us to help you walk through? Ah, thank you, love. Jan, we saw you, but then did you disappear as soon as you got here? As soon as we saw you? Hi, Barb. Wanted to paint something today, but the time I did everything else, it was time for Jamie. Ah, you can sit and hang out with us. Hey, Barb. Everything's fine. I'm cranky today. So I'm going to try and just paint as much as I can. but everything is okay. Right? I find that, and this is what happened with the other day when it was Monday, which was the day that wasn't the best either. Honestly, this whole week has been pretty crappy. So if you've been going through that as well, I do apologize. Not apologize. I want to support you. I want to support you and help you out. If there's anything that we can do, we'll try. But yeah, I find that, sometimes we go through this stuff and we feel this negative emotion, though, so that we can identify the real things that are actually causing those negative emotions, right? Like, I was thinking about that this morning, is that the thing that we're reacting to, and this is what we talked about on Monday too, is the thing that we're reacting to isn't always the thing that's the issue, right? So, and this is, of course, only talking about if we're reacting to a circumstance. But it can possibly be kind of turned into a little bit when you're thinking about how we talk to ourselves, right? The negative talk. And that is that it's all okay. It's all okay. We can feel what we're feeling and we can recognize that it's there to give us information. But one of the big things for me is that when I kind of get into a mental state that's kind of down or heavy or any of those sorts of things, I tell myself that I shouldn't be feeling that way. And maybe I shouldn't, but that immediate judgment is really difficult. Worthless, lonely, being surrounded by people who love me. And it's so hard because we have to turn it inwards, right? And say, I don't need anybody else to think that I'm worth anything. It would be nice, but I need me to. And that's not an easy thing to do. That's a really, really, really damn hard thing to do. And it's not something that's sustainable every single day. I'm working on the chocolate and Pepsi. I just got home. I just tried to stuff some food into my face before I got in here. I'm getting there. You did disappear. Okay, so I wasn't imagining that. And it's a barbecue. Nice. It's so hard, Sue, and I wish there was some magic sauce, but, I'm glad that you see the love that's here. And if you have a hard time seeing your worth and feeling your worth, then we'll feel it for you. We will feel it for you. Just you being alive has changed the universe. Did you know that? Just you being alive and being here has changed the universe and expanded the universe. The hard part is people can tell you all of these things, right? To help try and lighten the load. But it doesn't always help, right? It just doesn't always help. Right? Exactly, TikTok Nana. It does, right? We have to let ourselves feel it. If we're telling, there's no such thing as a wrong emotion. What we're feeling is what we're feeling. It's so full of information. One of the things that has really come forward for me, and I want to be able to, I want to touch on the self-worth thing for Sue and the loneliness for you, Sue, because I want to number one, make sure you feel heard. Okay. Been in some mental health groups, but this group is so loving and caring. Well, we're not trying to fix ya, right? And there's so much valuable and so much good information in the different groups that you can be bought in, that you can be part of, right? I'm part of some amazing groups, and there's so many good ones out there, and they're not valuable. The hard part is that a lot of those groups are designed to say, can you hang on a second? I'm sorry, I'll be right back. Did you call me? Sorry, guys. Right? We're not trying to fix you. We want to support you. And I think that's a feeling that you can get when you jump into a new group fairly quickly. Are these people trying to fix me? Are they telling me that the way that I am is wrong and I need to be different? Or are they trying to support me and help me feel loved and help to point me, or help me to see that I know the path I need to go down and the direction I need to go, and they're here to support me and love me and all of that, right? That doesn't mean that's easy to internalize and feel, right? The thing that I keep holding on to is that I know too much, right? Once you know some of these things and they really resonate with you and you can feel them really hit hard, once you know them, you can't unknow them, right? But that doesn't mean that they're easy to implement. And that's where a ton of discomfort can come from. I know I don't need to feel this way. I know that there's something out there that maybe I could try that I haven't tried yet that might work. But I'm tired. And finding the energy to continue to do that sometimes is really, really tough. And I'm so glad that the loving atmosphere here has been valuable to you and helpful to you. And one of the things that I heard Abraham Hicks say once is that every single time any thought or any person says anything to you, positive, negative, the answer is, okay. I don't like your shirt. Okay. I think you should do this. Okay. You shouldn't be feeling that. You should be feeling this. Okay. And then just move on. It's hard. But one of the heaviest things, and this might be part of it. I don't know, Sue, and I don't want to speak for you. So please tell me I don't want to speak for you. But part of it is the need to feel seen and heard. Right? Like, when people think they know what's good for us, or they know what we should be feeling or shouldn't be feeling. You shouldn't be feeling that, or, oh, you don't need to feel that. Do this instead. You'll feel better. Like, no, I'm okay with feeling what I'm feeling, and expressing what I'm feeling doesn't mean that I'm upset that I'm feeling it. Doesn't mean I need your help in changing it. I'm stating a fact. I'm cranky today. I don't need to fix it. I know exactly where it is. I know I can fix it on my own. I know where I'm going. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just need to be able to feel it. Saying, I don't need to know how to fix it. I know everything. This isn't going to last. I know I'm going to feel better at some point. But right now, I want to just sit and feel it. Look at yourself from above. Yes. It does totally, Jan, doesn't it? It reminds us that our soul is separate from this human experience, right? We are souls in meat suits having a human experience, but this isn't all of who we are. And if we can separate ourselves from the emotions a little bit and understand that it's important. It's so important that we have these strong emotions. If we didn't have the strong negative emotions, then how would we know when things are not what we want? If we're supposed to be building the life that we want for ourselves, sometimes we need to see very clearly what we don't want. And that's where there's information in there. I think it's Hannah Holiday Jan actually does a lot of guided meditations where she does the visualizations and kind of the out of body stuff. If you enjoy guided meditations at all, or anybody here, Hannah Holiday would be a potentially good resource for you. I'm just gonna go check the door, you guys. Amazon did come. I'm gonna be right back here. It's all good. All right. Sorry, guys. Yes, the self-awareness, all of that, right? It's hard, but it's hard to separate yourself from that. A book that I don't know if you would enjoy this or not, Sue. If it's sometimes this book it might be a little woo-woo, but it's been incredibly powerful so far. And it's called The Untethered Soul, and it talks about being able to observe that sort of stuff. And I found it incredibly helpful with that self-awareness part of being able to observe it and say, okay, this is what it is. I don't need it to be anything else. I don't need to explain it to anybody else. I don't need to know why it's here. It can be here. But how do I want to feel? What information is this giving me? Why am I so uncomfortable looking at this emotion? Why does it feel so awful feeling this emotion? It's because I'm thinking I shouldn't be feeling it, and couple that with it's not how I want to feel. When you're almost forced to focus on a feeling or an emotion that you don't want to feel as a day-to-day part of your life, it's not fun to sit there and look at it, right? Or be in it and go, this isn't where I want to be, and I know this isn't where I want to be, and I know where I want to go, but I'm here right now. And yes, validating people's feelings is so incredible. A lot of triggers have become very apparent to me and over this last week, and one of the biggest things for me is people assuming that they know what I need, even though they've never asked a question, you know? Or when somebody says I know you better than you know yourself. Absolute bullshit. Nobody knows you better than you do. You are an expert on you, Sue. And what anybody else thinks you need or want or should do, none of them are living in your head. None of them. You get to take care of that. You get to make that choice. And it's so hard and it's not easy. No, you have not upset me at all, Sue. Don't even at all. It can be sad to be sick, but also kind of weird when you feel fine emotionally. Exactly, right? It's kind of like my body's going through something right now. My body just needs some extra time to heal this particular thing that didn't just fluff off. So I guess I'm going to sit down now. Right? Oh, and thank you, TikTok Nana, for the rose. That's so kind. We love you so much, Sue. We love everybody in here, and we're so grateful for this little family of ours. And little family is quite big right now. It definitely didn't help at all, Sue. And you've had to be on guard, and you've had to acclimate. And there's been parts of your isolation that you've kind of enjoyed, right? And now that's changing again. And that can feel lonely because you were in that experience alone. And that can feel lonely, for sure. For sure. Sending you so much love. It's so hard. It's so hard. I'm so proud of you, for all of you, all of us, for just continuing to take steps forward. Now, I'm not painting it because I'm completely distracted by this other thing I got from Amazon, so I'm going to open it too while we're sitting here talking here. I hope that all of that stuff was okay to say, Sue. I hope it wasn't overstepping at all. The Observer, yes, self-awareness. Untethered Soul, yes, Tracy, right? I still haven't gotten through all of it because I have to. It's one of those books. I don't know. Did you find this too, Tracy? That it wasn't a book that I can just sit down and read from start to finish. I haven't been able to do that. It's like you read a couple of pages, and it's almost like I read the pages over and over and over again because there's so much to integrate, and it's so valuable. Another guided meditation I love when I need strength is The Mountain. Oh, cool. Thanks, Tracy. I'm screenshotting that one. Hannah Holiday is Holladay. She's here on TikTok. She's on Instagram. She used to go live and do guided meditations every day. All kinds of stuff like that, right? Yeah, it's good because you don't need to jump right in and completely drown in it, right? But if you read a little bit, and as soon as you kind of go, oh, that's interesting, then you reread it and you reread it, and then you have to put it down for a little bit and go, okay, I need to sit with this for a little bit because it's going to take a little while to really kind of do that, right? The audiobook, oh, that's a good idea. Really good idea. Look what I just opened, Sue. It's my oven thermometer. So I'm going to get to test that stuff tonight. I'm so excited. Feelings always pass. One most small thing I've learned in therapy is it's okay to, yes, right? There's nothing wrong with feeling negative emotion. It's so important to feel negative emotion. We get so much good information from feeling negative emotion and positive emotion, right? It's all just information. It's all just information to let us know, are we focusing on the things that we want to focus on, or are we focusing on the things that we want to change and or fix? And then it's just really, it's not even about trying to convince yourself, Sue, that you're worthy or any of that sort of stuff. It's just giving yourself that permission to just say, you know what, sitting and thinking about this stuff just doesn't feel good. And I don't want to feel like this anymore. I want to take a break from feeling this. I can come back to feeling this later. If these thoughts want to come back, that's totally fine. But I'm going to give myself a bit of a break. I'm going to give myself 10 minutes where I don't have to think about this. I'm going to give myself 10 minutes where I can focus on something else. And that's not always easy either, right? But audiobook, that's a really good idea. Oh my God, you guys. I'm so excited. I gotta go get something from the living room. I'm so excited that this is here. This is something that's gonna change my life quickly. But so just kind of think on that, and just hear my voice in your head, hear all of our collective voices in your head. Whatever you need, but know that you are incredibly worthy. You just being alive has had a positive impact on the expansion of the universe. We're glad you're here. And yes, right? Stop forcing yourself to do non-essential things. And that's an incredible question to be able to ask yourself. And we don't always catch those moments where it's the opportune time to ask that question, right? But in those moments where we go, this feels crappy. I don't want to feel this, or I don't want to focus on this feeling. It can be here, but I think it's had enough attention for now. But also being able to look at the things that cross your path and then say, is this something that is going to, if I don't do this task, is it going to keep me from reaching my goal? And if I do this task, is it going to help me go towards my goal? And that can help you determine whether you want to keep focusing on it or not. If it's not taking you where you want to go, then this. And it's something to just kind of keep in mind, right? Oh, this is my handle. All right. I'll be right back. 1 second. But again, I don't want to get into saying you should do this or you should do that. I want us to be able to be the space to say these are some things that have worked for us, that we've tried. And if they work for you, that would be amazing. Just how can we put more tools in the toolbox for you, right? Yes, Tracy. Focus on things that just feel good, right? It's okay. It's totally okay to do that. So important. Are you ready? Hold on. Ta-da-da. These are I ordered postcards from Vistaprint, right? Half and half. So I can slice them in half, get a thank you card and my mug care cards out of it. So, let's see. 4.5 looks about right. What I've been currently doing is I had a glass mat that had measurements on them and stuff from the dollar store, and a metal ruler and an X-Acto knife. So every time I needed a thank you card, I would have to get that out and get out the manual knife. But now I'm going to be able to just say, hey, look, I got a bunch of all my stuff in the mail, so I can just do it all at once. It actually says 10 sheet capacity. Let's try 2. Let's see what happens with 2. Oh my God. I don't want to tell anybody what they should and shouldn't do. We just want to make sure that we're the space so that you know that you can be you here with us, that you don't need to be anybody other than you. And we'll share any tools that we can to help each other out. I think that's what I've been struggling with the last couple of days, is just because I've expressed that I'm feeling a negative emotion doesn't mean that anything's wrong or that I need you to fix it. I'm just stating a fact. This is what I'm feeling. I know I don't need to feel this. I know I don't want to feel this, but I am. And sometimes it ends up turning into much more deeper kind of inner work where you go a little deeper and you spend a little more time, and sometimes you let go of some pretty heavy shit, or sometimes you just look at some heavy shit that you haven't looked at in a while. But it's oh my God, this is the coolest thing ever. Oh my God. It's like as an artist now, I'm getting to use all of the cool supplies that I used to want to when I would like play school. Yeah, if you butt it up against the top here, it'll cut straight. The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning. Ooh. Oh, screenshotting that. We're sending you lots of love, Sue. And anybody on here that is just feeling a little heavier right now. We love you. I love you. I'm grateful for you being here. You make my life better and easier and lighter. And if being here does that for you in any way, then we're golden. Look. So between the corner cutter, now I have thank you cards. I struggle a lot with not feeling heard. Not feeling heard. Not feeling heard. And there are days, and the subject matter of that doesn't matter. Whatever that thing is, or things are, because I shouldn't say there's a one thing. There's multiple things, right? There's not just one. But it's just being able to recognize and say, okay, this is something that I know that I struggle with, and there's a need that I have here that I feel is not being met. So what can I do to meet the need for myself? Right? How can I meet the need for somebody else, for myself? And then that also can teach us how to support other people too, right? So much interesting stuff. You get rid of things that would burden others when you leave. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's a gut punch, isn't it? I'm just going to call you Nana. Can I just call you Nana? Do people do that? Anyways, I don't want to beat a dead horse either, because I hope we can... I want to help you feel lighter as well, right? And I'm happy to sit and talk about anything for as long as you want. But please let me know. Sometimes if you're done, you're done. And sometimes, if you want to talk more, say so. I promise you. We are an open space for that. And you are such an open space for us too, Sue. So just glad you're part of the family. All right. So I'll put I'll attach the handle later when I feel like getting my screwdriver out. And now I've got my paper cutter. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, move that. Oh shit, I should move that so it doesn't open up and slice my cat, right? Probably. All right, now we're done. We're done playing with that stuff. How's everybody doing? Is everybody doing okay? What do we want to talk about today? What do you want to talk about today? I monopolized this conversation so much. I'm so glad, Sue. Pretty incredible group of people we got here, eh? Pretty darned incredible group of people. And I am so proud to know you guys. Well, let's paint, shall we? Is there a lock? Okay, perfect. Oh, I will take a look for that. Good. You just love listening. Hi, Holly. It's good to see ya. Had a nice day. Friend came for lunch. Oh, nice. Oh, that's awesome, Sarah. That sounds like a lovely outing. Jan's having a barbecue. Barb, what are you up to today? Cindy, what are you up to? Have you done any painting lately, Sarah? I think I'm going to take myself to the craft room and put some... Oh, I think that's a wonderful idea, Sue. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Do that, do that, do that. Do it, do it. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. You don't have to do that. Thank you. Hi, James. How you doing? No painting. I'm doing my garden. Ooh. But you got your weekend off, though. That's nice. It's so nice to be able to have time to get out in the garden, eh? I miss that. That's so nice. You made corn chowder. Nice. You guys have been busy. Holy crap. There's 41 people here. There's never 41 people here on... Oh, no, we're on TikTok. I thought we were on Instagram. Like, 40 is kind of normal for TikTok. But still, it's still a nice big chunk of people. Hi, people. Hi, 50 people. I'd be overwhelmed if 50 people walked into my room right now. So this is a big deal. This is exciting. Thank you. For a craft fair this weekend, Holly, that's amazing. Yeah, there's so much to do, eh? People think it's so easy to do. It's not. Oh my God, James, are you okay? Well, obviously you're not. That was a dumb question, wasn't it? I'm sorry. I'm sending you so much love. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. You're going to do your painting area next? Nice. Working on projects, Michelle? That's amazing. Wouldn't it be wonderful? And you know, that's my ultimate dream one of these days. Oh, wow. Oh, geez, I'm so sorry. Oh, God, that was so loud. I'm so sorry. That scared me. Oh, James. I'm so sorry to hear that. I must have OCD. I was going to say, what'd you order? I hope you'll be able to go home soon, James. Sending you so much love. I want to come to Wales sometime, Sarah. I've been told that the origin of my last name is Welsh. I don't know enough about it to know if that's even true or not, but I want to come anyway. That's so cool. So, James, do they have Wi-Fi there for you? Or I hope they have Wi-Fi and you're not having to use your data on your phone for this. It's so hard to rest in hospitals, when they're always coming and going and poking you. Yeah, apparently I do. He wanted to go to Wales when he was in the Navy. That would be beautiful, eh? I would love to go. Ooh, that's cool. I've never been that direction. I've been south, like Caribbean south, not super far south. And then the farthest, and then New Zealand. And that's really it. Just around North America, the Caribbean, and wouldn't that be wonderful, Sarah? That'd be so much fun. Okay, who's in? We gotta start planning this. Figure out when we can buy plane tickets. And I'm kidding because I can't leave for a while. But someday, that just might happen. Trowbridge, Wiltshire. Not me. Maybe Sarah has. That one's lumpy. I'll grab this and see if I can fix it. Do you guys remember the map? It's an old app and it was called Meetups. I don't even know if it still exists or not. You could put in and say, we're going to do a Dot Mandala meetup this Friday at this location. That would be neat. The tool I'm using right now is the size 4, my dear. Is that where Lily lives? No way. That's so cool. I'm going to be doing, what am I going to be doing with this? No, I know what we're doing. Okay, never mind. That's really cool. Damn it. I was supposed to send Christy a package. Crap. I knew there was something I forgot to do today. Pooper. Oh well, it's all right. Getting your dots round. So, there's a whole bunch of things that can impact the shape and the size of your dots. So first thing is make sure you've got a really smooth surface. If you are dotting on canvas or wood, so if you're dotting on canvas, make sure you invest in some gesso. Gesso is quite the process. It's going to add 3 to 4 days of just like do a base coat and then let it dry for a day, and then sand it and do another base coat and let it dry for a day. When I started painting canvases, I hated them because they were so difficult to work with because I was always fighting the fibers in the fabric, right? The same can happen on wood with the wood grain. Just because something doesn't feel like it's going to give you a splinter doesn't mean it's necessarily as smooth as you'd want it to be for painting on it. So that's the first thing, is really take your time and prep your surface as best as you can. Get it as smooth. Oh, excuse me. Whew, that one took my breath away. That was a big hiccup. Half hiccup, half burp, half choke me to death. Oh, there's another one. Ow. Ow. Oh, I hate hiccups. Oh, okay. So your surfaces is one thing. The next thing is make sure you're cleaning your tools very, very regular. At least every second dot, if not every third. Now, I do not practice what I preach, but I also have to, as a result, go in and spend a lot of time readjusting things. Okay? So be nice to yourself and clean off your tools very regularly, because as the paint builds up and starts to dry here on the tip of your tool, that's going to impact that. Now, the other thing that's important, where's my other little test stone here? One sec. Where is it? Come on. All right, fine. We'll use the boob. Don't be scared. It's just an incense holder that looks like a boob. I forgot that not everybody who's here knows what that is. Whoopsie. Anyways, okay, so let's talk paint and pressure. So if I put a lot of paint on this tool, and let's see if I can, where can I do it? So I can just touch the tool to the surface, and as long as the surface is smooth, it should give me a very nice, very round dot. Notice I did not touch the tool to the surface, right? Whereas if I go here, let's try this one, and if I push down on the tool, then it's possible, it's more possible anyway, that you're going to have that issue happen. Of course, this isn't going to cooperate because I'm trying to make a point with this, right, and show you. So pressure and all of that is going to make a big difference. So the other thing is going to be consistency, right? So if you want to make them really round, start with your surface, prepping your surface. Then start practicing laying dots down without touching the tool to the surface. Let the surface and the paint come in contact with each other, and then you apply pressure to make the dot a bit larger. And if your dot isn't as large as you want it to be, then also practice making different size dots. This is all the same tool that I'm doing this with, okay? All the same tool. I could also go with the same tool and go, where's the, see? Just by letting the paint touch. So the third thing that I would suggest, so not only be careful, now I should put in a disclaimer there. I touch the tool to the surface all the time, but again, I rush myself. I don't clean everything off as often as I should, and that does result in me having to spend a little bit more time than I probably should need to fixing and touching things up. Okay? When in doubt, slow down. That's the other thing. Get really, really slow and deliberate, and don't rush this part of the process as you lay that dot down. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. And sorry for traumatizing anybody with the boob. But I hope that helps. How did I get started with this? I hope, is it Leanne? Megan Leanne. I hope that helps. So Foxfire. I got started with this. How far back do I want to go? I wasn't in a great place mentally. I was in a really bad place mentally. And I had started listening to some content by a gentleman named Kyle Cease. And he honestly changed my life. He made me happy to be alive again. And, or was one of the people anyway, whose content I absorbed that did that. But I spent a lot of time with his content. I went away to 2 of his meditation retreats. Game changers, total game changers. But the thing with his content is he was talking about do more things that are 10s. Spend more time doing the things that are 10s. Remember, like Tracy was talking about earlier, give yourself a break from the goals and the things you think you should do, and do more of the things you actually want to do. And so unfortunately, there was a lot of us that were kind of in the same mental place where, well, that sounds great, but I don't know what those are. And I have all these objections that pop up into my head every time I do. And so he would say, well, then assume that those objections are taken care of. If those objections were not an issue, right? Like, so if money was not an issue, what would be a 10 for you? What would be exhilarating? What would be something that you could really get into and talk about for hours, right? What is something you'd really like to do? So I started writing things down, right? I started writing things down like going to Jason Mraz concerts. I would love to go to Comic-Con someday. Like there's different things like that, right? And I was a member of his Facebook group, and there was a lady who had posted celebrating that she had just finished teaching her very first mandala drawing workshop. And she was celebrating that on the Facebook group. And as soon as I saw her picture of what she had done, I had in my head, all I knew was, oh my God, I could do that. And then followed immediately by, oh my God, I want to do that. Right? And I can do that. I don't know how I knew I could. I don't know why I was so confident that I could. But I just did. And I just knew I really, really, really wanted to. So I started drawing mandalas. And then not long after that, I came across some dot mandalas on Pinterest. And that was when I got hooked. That was totally when I got hooked. Aw, Sue. I love you. Hello, Celtic Girl Arts. How you doing? Hi, Anya. Thank you so much. You're most welcome, Megan. Is it Megan, or do you want me to say Megan Leanne? I apologize if I'm not saying... I want to make sure I say your full name. Oh, shoot. My thing isn't... There we go. All right, now I need to take a drink. And thank you, everybody who's shared the live. I really appreciate that very, very much. Today's just kind of an off day, so we're just gonna keep painting and enjoy each other's company as much as we possibly can. And if you have any questions at all, anything at all you want to talk about, I am totally game. I'll be putting up my live schedule tomorrow. And unfortunately, this coming week is going to be mostly, with the exception of Friday, it's going to be mostly evening lives. And I'm just taking a second. It's hitting me how much better I feel after spending this time with you guys so far. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So I'll post my live schedule tomorrow. I might even try and get it done tonight. Most of the lives next week, like I said, with the exception of Friday, will be, and Friday and Saturday will be evening lives. And then next week, the week of the 8th, I am going to be taking a week off from the lives. But I am going to launch my YouTube channel. I'm thinking I'm going to launch it Saturday afternoon. Not 100% sure yet, but that's what I'm thinking. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's see. What do I want to do? No, we're going to switch and do a different color, but we're going to do it after. This is what I'm struggling with. Let me show you the part on the design. Sorry, I know it's hard to... This is the slow part of this, right? Is figuring out what tool sizes to use and how to kind of work it all in. So I'm guessing what I did is I did all of these dots in the first round and then realized I couldn't fit another one in there, so I just chucked something smaller in there. But that space is a lot bigger in between those two dots than between those two. So I think I'm just going to place a small one here and then I'll do my dot there. I might even just do my dot first and then we'll come back to it after and see what's going to fit. Thank you, Anya. I'm excited. I'm excited to get some stuff done. But keep your eyes peeled if you were one of the people waiting for some of the white on white mugs. I will have a bunch of them ready soon. I am going to do finish up the baking tests, the stuff for baking the mugs that we've got going so far. And I will keep you guys posted on the results, of course. But yeah, I've got some stuff around here that I want to finish up and I'm going to get that done. But I will be working on those tests still to make sure that, yeah, I think that'll work. That's going to be too big, I think. No, we'll do it. I'm going to do those tests to see how the glass medium is going to hold up. And, oh, that's going to be way too big. Why is that so big? That's crazy. That's a size 4 and that's a size 6. I wouldn't have thought that it would be that much bigger. But again, it depends on your paints too, right? So that one's going away for now. And let's just fix this. What was I gonna say though? So yeah, the black and white mug, the white on white mugs are still gonna be coming soon. I want to, that's part of what I want to do with that week off, as well as kind of getting this apartment where we want it to be, for Mom and I. But for the next little while, so for this week here coming up, I'm challenging myself to produce a certain amount of mugs by the end of the week. And what I'm hoping to do is that by the end of this week coming, I'll have even more information about what works well with the baking of the mugs. And maybe I'll be able to jump in and say, hey, guess what? Do this, this, and this, and you can bake and have a mug painted, baked, and ready to go in less than a week. Like that's kind of my ultimate. So I got the oven thermometer because I was looking at some old videos. I was looking at my first mug video that ever went viral last summer because I knew it was getting up to the anniversary of it. And I did 3 layers of Top Dots on it, and the stupid thing didn't bubble, and I baked it. Like the day after I painted it with 3 layers. I didn't wait a full day between layers, none of it. So it makes me wonder if the oven at the farm was just closer to a proper temperature too, right? Hi, Holly. I'm going to take a week off from the lives. I'm still going to be doing a ton of painting. I've got some stuff to do around the apartment here, but I'm going to take a week off from the lives because when I take a day off from the lives, it is for me giving me a permission to take a day off from work as well. I still end up sitting and painting because if I have a choice to do anything, this is what I'm going to be doing, right? So it's kind of like, I'm going to take a day off from work. What are you going to do? I'm going to work. I'm going to paint. But it's different. It's just different. And because I've got so much stuff to do around here, that I'm hoping that I can really kind of put a serious dent in that stuff. I'm hoping anyway. I'm really, really hoping to put a serious dent in it. And then I can give you guys a tour. And then we can hang out in different rooms in this place. And it'll be like having you guys over for coffee and say, okay, today we're going to hang out in the living room and we're going to paint together. And then tomorrow we'll hang out in the solarium in the art studio and we'll paint in there together. Like, it would be really nice to be able to do that sort of stuff, I think. And I would like to be able to show a little bit more of this place to you guys. And I'd like to get settled already after moving. I mean, I've been here since October. I need to get settled and get everything unpacked and get things where it needs to be. I have put it off for as long as I can. I'm going to do every other one for now, just until I see that's better size. Damn it. No, it's still too big. Crap. Grumble, grumble. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Side-eye? Side-eye. It's okay. It's okay. What was that from? That was from TV somewhere. What was that from? Can anybody help me with that? Side-eye? Side-eye. It's okay. It's okay. Or I'm going to find out it's one of those what is it? The Mandela effect? Or Mandela effect? Where everything's changed compared to how you remember it in your mind. Oh my God, Anne, this new vacuum. And I regret with every ounce of my soul not filming my take. So a lot of times in this apartment building, when you have something that you don't want anymore, there's this little corner of the laundry room where you can stick it and put a little sign on that says free to good home, and people just take it. So it's this commonplace little marketplace that we have going on here in the building. And I took the old vacuum down there this morning and I left it there. And you know what? When I left, I turned and I looked at it. I said, thank you for everything that you've done for us. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your life. Bye-bye. And I walked out. I was so excited. Like, I'm done fighting with you. And then I came back up and I was able to do a bunch of vacuum. Oh my God, it was so wonderful. And it's so funny to me how motivating I've found it, right? Like, it's been like, now this is the perfect time then to do everything else, to move furniture, get in there, do a really good clean, get the painting done, get things set up, and really feel the fresh startness in everything. So, and the hose attachment has a beater bar at the end of it. I'm sure I've mentioned that. And holy crap. Oh my God. Audrey's cat tree didn't look this good when I got it. I got it from a friend of mine and I got it used and she cleaned the crap out of it. It didn't look this good when I got it. And it was clean then. This is it's crazy how well this stupid thing works. It's wonderful. So I'm going to do more vacuuming. I'm going to do more cleaning. I'm going to clean the vertical blinds and I'm going to clean windows and I'm going to paint walls and I'm going to paint trim. Everything. It's going to be so bright white in every square inch of this apartment that it's going to be like staring at the sun. We're going to have to wear sunglasses inside. And I'm totally on board for it. Totally on board for it. That's better. Right? It is so fun to clean when it works that good. And I just kept sitting there and looking at the canister that it was filling up as I vacuumed. I'm like, I've only vacuumed like 10 square feet and this thing is almost full. It's also helping me build my case to eventually go to the landlords and say, hey, this carpet's 30 years old. I vacuum 3 times a week and look at all the dust that's coming up, and hopefully be able to make some headway and get either get new carpet or I have a feeling they'll change it to hardwood floors. And holy mother of crap, I hate hardwood floors. They're beautiful to look at, but oh dear God. How people live with them every day and don't want to just scream. And you breathe the wrong way. And they get smudges and crap all over them. So we'll see. Yeah, it feels nice to feel like I'm making a little bit of progress. Oh, this does not look right to me. But I guess it is. Well, we're going to keep going because this still isn't right. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't the way I'm picturing I did it on the other one. No, it's still going to be way too small. Sorry guys, I can't do this one. I can't do this size. This is not working well. I'm going to have to go bigger. I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to go bigger, and then I'm going to have to go every other. What I'm trying to leave space for here is to be able to do a row of walking dots around each of these and not have them crammed and not have them be so tiny that you can't even see it. So I'm going to pull this back off, and we're going to try one more time. We're going to go with a larger dot, and we're going to go every other, and then we're going to move on with life. Yeah, it is responsible, the landlord's responsibility here. This size tool that was too big was a 5, so I used a 4, and I was hoping that the 5 in the row before, right? But the 5 is too big, or too big to do every space, too small to do every other. So I'm going to have to go up. I think I'll go up to a 7 and do every other. That's what I think I'm going to do. And we'll find out pretty quickly if that's going to make sense. But until then, let's scrape off some more paint, shall we? This is another time where it would have been really beneficial if I was working on that new terracotta plate that's varnished before we get going. I'm apprehensive, yet still excited to give it a shot and see how different it is. The only reason I'm apprehensive about it is not any logistical reason, it's an aesthetic reason for me. All about the aesthetic feel for me. And it's likely not going to logically make sense to anybody. It doesn't even really logically make sense to me. How's everybody in Winnipeg doing? How are you guys doing out there? Are you flooded again? Are you okay? Are you safe? I'm so sorry that I completely got in my own head and didn't ask earlier. Are you okay? Yeah, we have certain standards here too, Anne, that we can, apparently, I've never acted on it, so we're going to find out how easy that is. But we have landlord-tenant standards as well that they're supposed to live up to. Oh, did you recognize the song, Sue? Isn't it such a good song? His album after that with, not Hold Back the River, what was the album? What was the second album? Not the second album, but the next album after that. It was... I love James Bay. Is he under J? Yes. The album Chaos and Calm. Love that album too. Oh, no, sorry. No. Electric Light. Sorry. Everyone is good, I think. Few evacuations. Wow. And one highway closure. Okay. Bailing water from window wells. What? Say more, Barb? What? Hi, Tammy. So you're fine. You're upstairs. Hi, Jenna. Yeah, I love his music. Do you guys have who is the musician and or band that you really enjoy that you wish more people knew about? Share that stuff in the comments. Maybe there'll be some new music for everybody. You don't need to hear mine. You know it. Our basement windows have wells. Wow. Oh my goodness, Barb. Well, I'm glad you're upstairs and I hope everything's okay. Is it still raining, or has it stopped and you're dealing with the aftermath still now? Or is it still coming down? What are you working on today, Jenna? Rumor and Josh Groban. I love Josh Groban. He's hilarious too, eh? He's a snarky little shit. He's funny as hell. I was so surprised. I wasn't expecting that at all. Rumor. I'm going to have to look that up. Screenshot. Basement is still dry. Okay. Raining a bit. Stopped at your place for the moment. Oh my goodness. I hope that it's done soon. You guys must be... Well, are you over it, or are you, sure, keep raining, I'll stay home? It can be both, right? Like, I'm over it, but I still am okay if I have to stay home. As long as nothing gets damaged and nobody gets hurt. Oh, shit. Jenna, your cock sockets, I think, are one of my favorite things I've ever seen on the internet. Seriously. Like, the best ever. Soft rain there. And some other small things. I like the little things sometimes too. You feel like you progress through them quickly. This is the lid of a box. No, I haven't seen the box sockets. Oh my God. I'm going looking though. You can bet your ass I will. Because I need to see that. Oh, Jenna. Kindred soul. So this is the top of the box. And then, where do I still have the bottom of the box in here? Yes, I do. So let's have a look at the box. We had some fun with this last night, didn't we? Cindy, what did you ask last night? Cindy asked me a very personal question on the live yesterday. She said, Jamie, how big is your box? And then she was called out. Marie's like, that's a little personal. So that just started it. Yes, how big, right, Barb? How big is your box? And so, of course, like a pack of wolves, we jumped on top of that, right? Is your box as big as mine? Oh, God. Oh. I know you like the teals and everything. This is the same color scheme I used on my first and largest canvas to date. It was a 60 centimeter. Well, I don't know what that would be in inches. Let's look. I've got a tape measure here. What is 60 centimeters in inches? Let's see. 60 centimeters is about 23 and a half inches. And anyways, I'm recreating that design on here. It's got a little gold hinge that'll go here. It's got hinges back here. So what I'm going to do is on the sides, I'm going to start the mandalas down at the bottom. So it's just going to be replications of this all down here. And I'm writing down the sizes, which actually I should do that now. 27 DIY 3 detail goals. I'm trying to write it down so I have a pattern too, so they can replicate it on the sides. I should have been doing it all at the same time, but that would have been way too easy. 28 and that was T1 and that was DIY 5. And that was in blue one. Okay. So I'm going to hopefully replicate this on all the sides. I'm going to do like a band. I don't know how I'm going to do the band here, but I'll actually now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to make the design go up on the lid and then it'll open. And then I'm going to try and find myself, I'd like to find myself some either black or like, if I could find like a dark turquoise or a nice, some kind of gold, maybe a velvet, satin, something to go on the inside anyway. So... right? little badges. That's lovely. These colors are all Deco Art Americana except for the gold. The gold is Deco Art Crafters acrylic from Dollarama. The Deco Art acrylics that I'm using though are Indian turquoise. Was it Calypso blue, Bahama blue, and teal mint. Put those back so I don't move them around. So it's been a bit of a trial and error because I've been working off of a picture, Jenna, and it's it was a painting that I did 3 years ago. So trying to figure out how to do it just from the picture, I have a whole new appreciation for all of you guys who are able to just look at a picture and then go, okay, I'm going to just make that. And then you just do it. And I have no idea how you do it. Barb, I'm talking to you because you are so good at that. You have such a good eye for that. It blows me away every time. Awesome. Yay. So everybody go hang out with Jenna around 3 this afternoon. 3 your time, Jenna, right? So like in about half an hour? You wish you had a colorful box like mine. So weird being in someone's live and not hearing your voice. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's why I love listening to you while you work. Oh, you're welcome, Holly. You're welcome. So yeah, I'm going to paint all the sides of the box. I want this thing to be covered completely. Completely covered. 24 is a rough or smooth box. Oh, we have too much fun. We really do. Oh, these ones would work well. Also, what brands do you use most of the time? Did you know that Deco Art has not an affiliate, but like is it an affiliate program? You can apply to be one of their artists and they send you free stuff. And then every once in a while they might even ask you to do some guest posts and stuff. Okay, perfect. So 3 p.m. in a half an hour when we get off here, you guys, Jenna will keep an eye for Jenna. Thank you. I think it's going to be really pretty. Anya, you've got a good day ahead of you. I'm trying to do colors I don't usually do. And that's hard, right? Because I don't know. I've been kind of thinking a lot lately. I'm like, why am I always trying to do stuff that I don't normally do? Let's just do the stuff I do that I do well, that I have a shit ton of fun with, right? I may want to see. Tammy's on fire. My box is going to be the prettiest box around. All the dogs. No, please don't stop. So imagine this one. Imagine these colors though, Jenna, with instead of the gold, put pink in there. Ooh. 2 outfits in one day, not too shabby. All right. So now I'm going to go to a size 7 and we're going to do every other. And then God willing, we can move on. I'm so done. This is going to be better. But it's so hard too because we want to experiment and play with other colors, right? Because we want to be able to play with stuff and figure out new things that we like and new things that we want to try and play with. And you have to be in the right mood to do that sort of stuff too, because it can be a really frustrating experience when it doesn't turn out the way that you pictured in your head. And you have to be okay with losing that time too, right? All of this stuff is all about the amount of experimentation that you are willing to do. And the more comfortable you can get with more experimentation, and the more comfortable you can get with knowing I'm going to do it and it's either going to turn out or it's not. I think that's the beauty of social media now, is that you don't have to only put up the stuff that works out. If nothing else, the stuff that doesn't work out is incredible advertising for the stuff that does work out, you know? Tammy, oh my God. Right? Tammy's on a roll. Tammy, we need to give you a microphone and let you. And what would be amazing if we could get you somehow some kind of penis-shaped microphone to tell the box jokes on. That would be amazing. Your box might beat my box. Oh my God. Oh, that's so nice, Tammy. 2 good ones in one day. Oh my God. You both have the tools for it. It's going to be a great Saturday, Anya. A great one. Yes, this is a 7. And this is working much better. Now I can very, very calmly and easily visualize a row of walking dots around each of these with enough space to still get ready to build the rest of the design. You guys are amazing. All right. Let's see. So let's remind everybody where we started an hour and 30 minutes ago. We've done one row about 5 different times, and then we did this one about 4 times now. But I think we're in a better position to just start moving forward now. I think that's good. Sometimes where there's those spots where it's like, the spacing I used in the original isn't going to work here. I need to modify it somehow. And when you don't quite know how you're going to do it, back to that experimentation again, right? Am I okay with just try it and see what happens? See what happens with it. And it's definitely a necessity with this art form, is to just figure out a way to just be okay with it. It's hard. Hi, Molly. It's so good to see you. You totally could, Tammy. Totally could. Yeah, I need to go see those. I need to go see those for sure. And have we celebrated Jenna yet? Kick-ass, Jenna. I saw your post. I was outside and I had no data and it took forever to comment, so I wasn't able to. But congratulations on hitting 50K. Huge congratulations. Huge. That's so amazing. You are so incredibly consistent and there for your people. It's wonderful. And I'm so freaking happy for you and excited for all the good stuff that's on its way. That's okay, Molly. I'm so excited that you're doing that. Slow and sure is the better way to go, Jenna. It really is. I have 185,000 followers, and I don't make enough money every month. The number of followers that you have makes no difference to how successful your business will be. Always remember that. And that was the lesson for me in that, is it doesn't matter how many followers you have. There's certain things that you need to do as a person, as a business owner, as the content creator, that you need to do to show up and stay in there, right? And how incredible. You've done such a wonderful job. Just glue it to the front. When are your shows? When is the show happening soon? I'm so excited for you, Molly. You must be so happy. Slow and steady wins the race, Jenna. And you know what? You're creating workflows and processes and habits for yourself that you can maintain, right? It has to be sustainable, or else you're not going to be able to do it. I'm so happy. Music was always my biggest passion. Oh, I'm so glad, Molly. You could tell how much you missed it over the last couple of years, and I'm so excited for you. You're just going to be right back in your element, feeling like you again, eh? It has to be, Jenna, and you've got your priorities so on point, and you are doing exactly what you need. And the number of followers there, it's fun and it's nice and it's really friggin' cool. Like, for me, I was like, this is weird. Like, I don't get this at all, right? But that has to be there. TikTok, there is a little tiny, like, virtually no money to be made right directly from TikTok. So no. I think I've got $35 of cash value in gifts, like the presents, like when you guys send roses and stuff like that. Eventually they will convert to cash after enough of them build up. In the US, they have the Creator Fund, but there's a lot of things. Jenna, are you part of the Creator Fund? Anyone here in the US part of the Creator Fund? I've heard very mixed things about it, and I've heard that it actually slows down your engagement, which I find really interesting, because now that the algorithm has changed so that the way that TikTok works now, apparently, and who knows, maybe it's changed since they put this out, was that your video will get pushed out to more people on the For You page if you have good engagement from your existing followers already. Right? So if you have a video and your existing followers post a bunch on it and comment a bunch on it, then it has a higher probability to get pushed out somewhere. And I don't know how much I believe in that, but you would think that as being part of the creator account, then if that's actually how the algorithm works, then the creator being in the creator program shouldn't make any difference, right? YouTube can be monetized. There's a bunch of different ways. A lot is through affiliate marketing. A lot is through, like, when you hit certain numbers of, there's a combination of the total number of subscribers, or the total number of hours watched, or the total number of views. There's a couple of criteria that are around those. There's a magic combination that once you hit that, then you can start making money off of ads on YouTube. And that's definitely, there's more money in that than there would be in TikTok for sure. I hope that makes sense. I don't know enough about it to speak intelligently on it yet. It's something I'm hoping to learn when I launch the YouTube stuff, right? Because I have no idea what's going to happen. The thing that I'm hoping is that, if the number of hours watched counts for anything, if I've got all these 2-hour long YouTubes and hopefully people watch it, we'll find out. That's a really good question. Next shows are happening from May 19th to 22nd. Completely sold out. That's amazing. And your next one in early June. Oh, that's fast, eh? You are? Doesn't really do too much. A month after that video. Gotcha. Then you're off from both for over the summer. That's so amazing, Molly. That's so fun, though. Well, and that's the thing. Yeah, you can, like Jenna's saying, if you consistently had videos that were maybe over 50 to 100,000 views each video, maybe, or 1 million views, like there's some accounts where you go in and every single video is millions and millions of views, then yeah, you could probably make some money off of it for sure. But I think you'd have to be having that volume of stuff. Now there's a lot of people who are full-time content creators, like as a career, and they're the people that post 5 and 6 times a day. And if you have the bandwidth to do something like that, there's probably even more potential, right? So and I kind of classify people who are able to do that as much more of entertainers. Some teachers do too, but the more you're able to post, that can make a difference too. Is Sarah heading out? Bye, Sarah. It was good to see ya. Just came back from a 4-hour rehearsal. Fantastic. I hope it went well. I'm so glad you're so happy, Molly. Sending you so much love, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Just put the first coat of black paint on my next project. Craft room was a good idea. Good. Do you feel a little lighter, Sue? Does me falling asleep while watching a video help? Yes, it does. Absolutely. It absolutely does, Tammy. Doesn't seem fun, though, because my feed was filled with comments, good and bad, and I couldn't focus on the videos and comments on other places. Right? It's too hard to keep up with. It's not sustainable. When I first started on TikTok, I was doing 3 to 4 videos a day, and it ended up being quite paralyzing. I'm just going to try and draw a few guidelines here to help keep. I want to. Nope, not going to do that. All right, we're just going to go back in and we're going to do our peak dots. Let's see. I'm so glad. It's really, really hard to focus on all of that stuff. There's so much there, and it's just the time for editing, coming up with ideas, all of that sort of stuff. It's so tough. But there's definitely ways to do it. It's just a matter of, is that way going to be something that is sustainable for you to do? Yeah, from what I understand, YouTube's a little bit easier because you can monetize it a little differently. Wasn't around during the quarantine TikTok days, but I can imagine. Yeah. When did you start on TikTok, Jenna? And were you running your business before that? Last March. Okay, yep. You started everything. Wow. Good for you. Are you glad you did? We're glad you did. We hope that you're glad you did. Good. What? That was the first time you'd done any dotting? Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, we got to get those t-shirts soon. Well, and again, I feel so much lighter after spending this time with you guys. Thank you. I feel like a completely different person from the one who got on this live an hour and 45 minutes ago. So thank you. I appreciate you very much. Always admire the stones on Pinterest from afar, right? Pinterest is a wormhole. Do you post on Pinterest? Anybody here have experience or understanding about posting on Pinterest? Remember somebody told me, I think it was Christina Lee that told me, she goes, you need to get stuff on Pinterest. You need to. I said, I know, but I don't know how to do it other than just pinning my own stuff and putting a link on there. But maybe that's enough for now. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. What does a mandala mean? That's a really good question. So mandalas, there's a lot of different meanings, and I don't know all of them. I'll tell you the meaning that and the purpose of them that I know of. I know that there's more, but I'll let you know the one that I know, and the one that I connect with, and that is representation of balance, symmetry, nature. There's what's called sacred geometry, which is different ratios that are present in nature, different color combinations, different number combinations. So like for example, a flower has a certain number of petals and they grow at a certain ratio. So the larger petals and they grow in a certain order in the way that they're laid out. And then that repetition and that symmetry and that constant flow, right, is the idea is I could look at this from any angle, or I could start here and I could keep going all the way around and around and around and around and around and around, and that's and not really have an end to it. So there's some cyclical nature in there, but it's also can be beneficial in meditation as well, because some people will use mandalas in meditation to be the thing that they focus on. So one thing that some of you may have heard me say before is that meditation isn't about quieting your mind. Meditation is about focusing on your mind on something that you don't really have a lot of emotion tied to, right? It's pretty benign, like listening to a fan, counting your breath. I don't need to stop thinking. I just need to say, oh, when my mind starts thinking about something else, I need to go, oh, yep, that can wait. I'm supposed to be counting my breath right now. And pulling your brain back to that calm task. It quiets your brain, doesn't silence your brain. So looking at a mandala can be that thing that you could focus on, following the lines, following the patterns, looking at the dots, looking at the symmetry and following that around. On stones, a lot of people will have, like if you see Delicate Dots Andrea, her stones are very, very textured because she uses these really thick, heavy bodied paints, so they're nice and bumpy. That could be used in meditation, just like prayer beads, rosary beads, anything like that, to move your finger from one to another as you repeat a mantra, or timing your breath to moving from one to another. So I hope that helps. Thank you, Heidi. The healing aspect, yeah. There's so much power in mandalas that I don't fully understand what it is and what it does, but I understand that it's there, right? And I think that is a really personal journey that you've got to go on and kind of look at what it happens and what the different uses are. But there's so many different ones. So those are what I like. And I'm a huge, huge fan of symmetry. I find symmetry incredibly pleasing to look at. And and I find it very soothing to look at. I can look at symmetry and the repetition, and I know I can get lost in it, and it can help quiet my brain. And the art form is very healing as well too, right? The art form, just doing the art form, the dot mandalas. And so, and mandalas can be drawn. You can create mandalas with anything. They don't have to be done with dots. These are just dot mandalas, right? I find all mandalas incredibly pleasing and beautiful to look at, and just kind of, like you said, Jenna, kind of healing. But I like creating the dot mandalas the most right now, right? So creating it is very meditative as well. The repetition, going nice and slow, going through there. Bye, Anya. It was so nice to see you. Hopefully we'll get to see you again really soon and enjoy Jenna's live. Beast needs food. Totally get it. Mine's going to start yelling at me soon too. It was lovely to see you. We'll see you soon. So much more time to dot when you're in the summer, Tammy. It's coming. It's coming, my dear. I'm excited for you when that happens. You're going to feel so good. Hello, honey's mama. How you doing? A couple of books I'm aware of. Creating Mandalas by Robert Johnson. Screenshot. I signed up for a course in sacred geometry back in 2019. And I still haven't completed it yet. And one of the modules is on mandalas. So I've been talking about putting it back on my to-do list for quite some time now, and it is something I want to do. I will share what I learned from that, and yeah, share those resources. That can be really fun. 25 days left of school. That's amazing. That's so good. That's going to go by fast, eh? Mandala, the art of creating future. Oh, cool. Thanks, Tracy. Do we need to have a book club section of the Facebook group? I think we might have to. I gotta talk to Marie. Say, okay, where are we going to hold book club? Marie helps me out a lot with the Facebook group. You guys all do, but you haven't read them yet, though. Excellent. So you do that too. You buy the books and you're like, oh, I would love to read that, and then it sits there for a while. You're a book collector. There's something about having a bunch of physical books around you, though, isn't it? Just having books around is soothing. See, I've got so many books here that I could read if I had the time and I wanted to. I'm so hooked up. I am bound, bent, and determined to get this row done before we sign off today. So I'm gonna kind of focus on this a little bit and see if I can't get this done. We might even be able to go in and do some of the detail. We'll see. I think I'm going to make myself some food. I stuffed my face with a sub before I sat down here, and it's not sitting well. So So maybe actually I'll wait for a little while before I eat something else. I think just turn on some music. I like Sue's idea. Turn on some music and just chilling. Feed the guinea pigs before you hop on the live. It was so nice to have you here. It was so nice chatting with you, Jenna. I hope you have an awesome live. And if you guys are looking for something to do, go hang out with Jenna. Thanks for hanging out. All right. So I'll be posting my live schedule at some point either later tonight or tomorrow. I've started actually, I was really proud of myself for this little thing of, hey, just pin your live schedule to the top of your TikTok profile. I'd never done that before. So I'll try and get that done today, or if not, it'll be done tomorrow. And then no live tomorrow. And we'll just play it by ear. There's a lot of stuff that's really up in the air right now, so I apologize for not being able to do more daytime lives. When I am back after that week off, my plan is to do an absolute shit ton of lives that week back. So we'll see. We'll definitely make up for some lost time for sure. And if I launch the YouTube channel, then hopefully that'll help for a little while I'm off. Thank you guys as always for choosing to spend time here with me. It is the most flattering kind of compliment I think you could ever give me, and I appreciate it so much. And I love hanging out with you guys. And again, this is a day that I wasn't in a great frame of mind again, and I feel lighter after spending time with you guys, and I'm just really grateful for you. The white on white pattern will hopefully be coming soon. Hopefully in a couple more days. I'll let you know when that's ready, and eventually we will do workshops for that as well. I love my Cindy time too. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Happy Jessie Love. I love you too, Holly. Thank you, Anne. I hope you guys feel lighter after hanging out here as well. And I will look forward to chilling with you again real soon. I'm going to keep going and painting this edge. Figured we might as well just start the Longaby now. Thank you as always for everybody for being so kind and loving to each other. And if you're new to my page, all of my links are in my bio. If you want to check out any of my stuff, any of my hand-painted stuff is on my website, and there's a whole bunch of other links in there. So if you are curious and want to explore a little bit, just click the link in my bio. You too. I hope you do too, Sue. Bye, Barb. Barb and Tracy, sending you guys lots of love. If there's anybody else here that's in Winnipeg, sending you lots of love. I hope everything goes okay, and I hope that just hope that everything's all right. And I'm sending you lots and lots of love. I'm glad, Sue. You're stuck with us. We'll see you again soon, and take care of yourself. You might be done your 200 ornaments by then, because you're just on fire. You're so close. Looking forward to seeing you guys again soon. All right, I'm still going to paint for 2 more minutes, and then I will just say a quick goodbye at the end. binge watching TV and painting all weekend. Sounds amazing. I just got Crave here in Canada. So it's our equivalent of HBO Max. That's how we can get all the HBO Max stuff. And I've been binge watching Friends lately. I haven't been able to watch it since I didn't have a TV set up with a DVD player. And it's been so good to catch up on it. It's just a happy place. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Whether it's binge watching TV and painting. It sounds wonderful. Time with family, friends. I hope you all just have a wonderful weekend. Thank you again for all of the love and for loving each other and being such a wonderful space. And I will see you again very soon. Ouch. All right. Here we go, you guys. We're making progress. I'm going to try and make some and send you some too. Oh, Bobby, that's so kind of you. Thank you. All right, you guys. Time to sign off for today. Thank you so much for all of the love, and I will look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.